Another chart is the yield curve. Can we just pull up the yield curve for a second? This is the yield on US Treasuries, on RT bills. And one way to look at this is as a prediction market of where the market thinks interest rates are going, because the Fed sets the rate for the Fed's funds rate, which is the overnight rate of lending to banks, but they do not set the rate of, 3 months, 6 months bonds, 10-year bonds, and so on. The market does, because the market trades those bonds and it imputes a yield that the market requires to want to hold those bonds. So what's interesting is that if you view the yield curve as a prediction market, it tells you at any given time what the collective wisdom is of the market. Now, this thing is fluctuating, moving all the time, so that collective wisdom is changing. But where things are today, it's pretty interesting. It looks like what the market is saying is that within the next 6 months, the rate peaks at 4.75%. You'll see it's 4.76%. So basically, the market is predicting we get maybe one more quarter point, roughly, not much. And then if you go to the 2-year, it's at 4.09, so a little over 4%. So what the market is actually predicting is that over the next 2 years, we're actually going to get a 50 basis point decrease from the Fed. And then if you go to, say, the 5-year or the 10-year, we're at 3.5%. So the market's basically saying that long-term rates are going to stabilize at 3.5%. We're not going back to the abnormal zero interest rate policy or ZIRP that they had for 10 years. 3.5% will be long-term stable cost of money. But you can see that the prediction market thinks that the Fed has done enough to combat inflation.